Hello, everyone, and welcome to the after party for the Dateable AF podcast. We are doing an after party this week for season 2, episodes 10 and 11. So, we're going to be talking to you about the episode we did about That's Not a Boundary, Babe. And we're also going to be doing an after party for our discussion about ethical non monogamy, open for business. So, we did get some interesting feedback from you guys about both of these topics.
Well, so on the boundary one, I had an interesting discussion with, and she would like to be called Monique. She doesn't really like Monique or Veronica, but she's picking Monique.
Okay.
That I say recently, is gone through a divorce and with her wife. It's been about a year, but the divorce was it was not her idea, and it's broken her heart. And their families were very intertwined. And on the social media, the families all are connected to her ex. We'll just call her Veronica. And so her troubles around it is just that whenever they're weighing in this very effusive way about what's going on with her ex, that it still feels really hurtful to her. And so she's not mad, and she's not asking them to not be connected to her ex-wife, but she is needing them to consider her feelings right now and sort of tamp down their effusive nature towards her ex. And we didn't talk about sort of the impact in that way on that episode, and that might be a different discussion. I don't know.
This is actually a great example of how you could ask for what you need and then how you could set a boundary around it that just has to do with your behavior. This brings up an interesting principle that I remember kind of from my undergrad days of social psychology, and that is that it's a natural assumption that if you're my friend, then my enemies are also going to be your enemies. So if we're friends or we're family and someone hurt me, then you got to take my side and defend me. And this is sort of tapping into that feeling of, oh, I got divorced from this person, but my family didn't get divorced from them. But I want my family to take my side. So I think, my heart goes out to Monique in this, because it can be really hard to see that your family's still connected with that person that you're now disconnected from. So That makes a lot of sense. And I think that there are two ways to go about this. One, that you could just be transparent with your family and say, I'm still kind of heartbroken about this. And when I see you being happy for my ex that she's moving on, or happy for her good fortune or whatever's going on, that it stings a little bit. It's hard for me to see that, and just let them know. And if it continues, then you might have to just take steps to protect yourself and maybe not follow these people on social media or mute them for a time until you're not quite so raw about it.
Right. I think those are both very good suggestions. And I don't think that you should shy away from telling your family members that your heart's broken and that you're not asking them to not be friends with this person that they obviously love now because she's been in the family. But there's a distinction between just things that you can handle right now emotionally related to it. Yeah. And eventually that will change. And hopefully they'll respect it. But you do have the option of sort of hiding them on the socials for a while.
Yes. And it is interesting, on our boundaries episode, I had several people push back on my idea that setting a boundary isn't about changing someone else's behavior. And I think it's funny that I had actually some almost arguments about this. They're like, no, it is. And one of the people that I spoke with said that they would rather, they were specifically using my example of, if I'm in a situation where everybody's drinking a lot of alcohol and I don't enjoy that, then I'm just going to leave. And this person said, if I was one of those people that was drinking too much, I would rather you say, hey, would you stop drinking because I'm not enjoying your behavior? And I thought that was very interesting, that they would rather know that they were negatively impacting someone than to just have that person remove themselves from the situation. So anyway, if anybody else has ideas about that, I'd love to hear them. But I would not be inclined to ask someone to change their drinking behavior. I would rather just kind of let you be you, and then I'll stay or go as I see fit.
That person may be an anomaly. They may be someone who, if they are drinking in their behavior, if they are already in their drinking deep enough that their behavior is annoying, the chances of them then hearing your request as a good request is almost nil. I mean,
I
that's
think so too.
so unlikely. But maybe they're the one person. But I think that is a shot in the dark right there.
I think you're right. Well, it's interesting. We need to have an anonymous name like Veronica and Monique for our male listeners, because this was
Oh,
a friend of ours that's a guy. And it's actually a friend that we were traveling with last week. And he had listened to the episode, and he said, we were in a situation where people were having drinks at dinner. And he said, am I getting close to that line? Because I don't want to cross it. Because I don't want you to leave and go to bed. I was like, you're fine, honey. So
if you're still
have about 4 more drinks in order to cross that line, so you're still doing fine.
if you are aware enough of your surroundings and conscientious enough
To
then
ask about it,
then you are likely not in your cups too much.
Yes, I would wholeheartedly agree. So anyway, but that was interesting. And then, so moving on to our conversation about open relationships.
Girl.
Did you get some shit about that?
I did. Well, what was funny was I didn't get opinions about it, but I did get all sorts of comments. One is people were horrified about my snafu in group text. And then but then I got a lot of questions about, hey, where is that place where swingers meet? Because I want to be sure I don't go there. And I'm like, oh,
right. Oh yeah. They're going to get dressed up and go there tomorrow night. They don't want to go there.
I'm like, you're making a reservation right now.
Exactly. Well, let's just say that if you've ever gone there, then you obviously didn't know that that's what was happening. So don't worry about it. They're not going to prey on you. It's when you go there looking for it that you're going to see it.
And let me just say, I have been there again, but not to swing.
Really? Do tell.
not as a swinger. But
so you say.
I was taken on a date there, and we were not.
It is a very nice date spot.
There is a distinct difference in the way that swingers dress. I do say that than the normal patron that's just coming in to have a nice meal.
I mean, I feel like you're stereotyping swingers right now, but I don't know.
Let's just say that they may be spending a little more time at Victoria's Secret than I do.
They might be. Yep. Well, I don't think swingers are typically predatory, so I don't think you have to worry about that. If that is not what you're looking for, you are not going to find it. But if it is what you're looking for, then text us and we'll tell you the restaurant to go to in Austin about this.
It's on the down low.
It's on the DL. That's right. When I was in my doc program, gosh, many years ago, I graduated 12 years ago. I met a couple who owned a swinger bar here in Austin. And I don't know if it still exists or not, but apparently they were making a pretty good living off of it at the time.
Well, and last night I was having a meal with my stepdaughter, and she's 27. And she said she was shocked to learn that her age folks are getting into swinging.
Interesting.
I don't know
why I do not like this term. This term just evokes some kind of 70s something. I don't know. But can we come up with a better term for this?
Nobody will know what we're talking about.
Exactly. We'll just have to keep on saying swinging.
Yep. So, all right, you young people, more power to you. Swing away.
Swing away while you still got the energy. Once you get to our age.
It's a horrifying thought.
One partner's complicated enough. So enjoy it while you can, kids.
Because when you get to be our age, and if you long for stuff you didn't do, chances are you just have
you've aged out of it. It's too late.
Go.
Is there a senior swingers club?
I don't know about you, but I don't want to go to it. I want to go to the one. I want to go to the one where everybody's hot, young and hot.
They won't let us into that one anymore.
Why the hell do I want to go look at a bunch of people my age?
It's like the Golden Bachelor. I swear to God. Somebody asked me if I watched the Golden Bachelor, and I was like, hell no. Nobody wants to watch those people making out. Just to clarify, those people being my age. No. It's too late. It's too late for us.
I'm going to where those 27-year-olds are.
They're just going to have to create a little observation area where we can all go in with our walkers.
That's okay. That's okay. Make it wheelchair accessible, and then then they can even put us in a little glass room. That's all right.
Yeah, we don't get to participate, but we can watch.
They need to be sure they have
paddles
there, that craft paddles.
Yeah, exactly. In case some of us fall.
Oh God. All right, we gotta stop.
We gotta wrap this up. We'll keep your comments coming, y'all, because we like to have some food for thought for our after party episodes. As always, thank you for listening to our Dateable AF podcast, where we help you find your happy ending.
And remember, be bold, be kind, and for the love of queer dating, don't text your ex. Stay dateable.
AF.